just picking up his phone where it was kept, because if you're in detention, you don't have access to your phone. But yes, he's doing very well. He's doing fine. He will be spending the Christmas, every New Year's with his family. Jay is very excited. So I want to thank you all. Just wanted to come here and give you this update that Sabally is released and it's unconditional. No conditions attached to his release. And I think it's important for the police to understand that the police officers are they are there to protect us, our lives and properties. And sometimes what we see, how they operate, it gets scary. Especially, I'm sure a lot of you saw the protest that was organized. Throwing tear gas on innocent protesters is not the way to do things. And I think these are things that people should learn from what happened. I said this. I was saying to somebody in my Yaya Jammeh voice, people should understand. Yaya Jammeh kept saying this, and people were laughing about it, but I'm sure we didn't understand the context. Kunung, yesterday, we are in Soma. To yesterday, IGP Sanyam, you were not the IGP. You were what, Deputy IGP? Today you are the IGP, but tomorrow surely you will not be there. Transitions. People come and go, positions stay. So your records will always stay. Your records, and I want to give this anecdote. There was this particular person, I don't want to name it. There was a report that we wrote about him when it comes to the TRRC, and this person was reaching out to us to help delete that story because he's now working in the international. And whenever they Google him, they were trying to renew his contract. And apparently this story keeps coming up, and it was linked to the TRRC, what he had done in the former regime. And he kept on begging and begging for us to delete that story. And I sat down and I was talking to a friend. I said, when you talk to them, they will tell you, I don't care. When they are maltreating people, when they are malhandling citizens, and they're doing all of these things, some of them will tell you, I don't care. But when will you care? When it's written all over the internet, the stories are on websites, these things don't go away. Tomorrow, when you want to do something, in this day and age, whatever you do, it is the internet. They search you, they Google you. The first thing they do, they Google you when they're looking for jobs, international jobs especially. Now, if all the time stuff like this, you are linked to malhandling people, you are linked to doing illegal stuff. Look, the police have the right to arrest. I'm not saying they cannot arrest. You have a right to arrest. You have a right to detain you, but you have the right to all of these things. But you are bounded by the law. Now, if you do things that are beyond your powers and it's written, it is there on your record. Today might be okay, but tomorrow, when you go work in the international level, these are the things that will come, right? And it's going to affect you. So I just wanted to put this out to some of our officials to be cautious, because this is something that happened just last week. And for that person to get his contract renewed, that is the only story that is coming up right now. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So it can be you today, it can be me, it can be another person. That's why I keep reminding myself and you and every other person, especially our law enforcement officers, people who are in government, do good by yourself. Because if you do good by people, you're doing it to yourself, because it's just going to catch up with you tomorrow. So it's important that we always be guided by law, so that these things tomorrow, you're not even harming yourself, But I'm happy that Sabally will come out. He will address whatever happened to him himself. But we wanted to just update you guys as to his release, unconditional release. It's important, and I'm sure I'm happy, but a lot of you are more happy about what the struggle that he's been going through, and how a lot of people felt that he was unjustly treated. But I also hope the police will learn from this and understand that every Gambian has a right to speak up, and when they speak up, they don't hate government. I keep saying this, and people saying, are you trying to justify all the things you're saying? No, we are not. But people should understand, when people speak, they are not against government. In fact, they're helping the government to adjust, to adjust, because sometimes I call my friends and tell them in government, I tell them all the things that I'm not happy about. And I come on my show and I say it there, because that's the platform I have, right? But when I say it in a very respectful way, I hope they learn from some of the things I say. I'm not an expert in all those things, but it's my observation and I'm free to say it. And other people also are free to talk about their observations about how the country is running and how things are happening. So I think that is not a crime. And that's why a lot of us supported Sabally, because like I said, if he did otherwise, we would not be supporting him. But we felt that what he said was not beyond what other people have been saying. So yes, so I want to thank you all. This is the update. Sabally has been released. He is on his way going home. So he will be speaking when he's ready as to what happened, the conditions of his bail and everything. I don't want to say those things, but I want to tell you he is released and he's in a very good spirit. You know, all those people who visited him told us he has always been in a good spirit. You know, he is not broken. He's doing very well. But he will be telling you himself. He will be talking to you about his story. Thank you very much. Just wanted to come here and update you guys. Bye-bye and Happy New Year in advance. Today is the 30th. Tomorrow is New Year's. And we want to wish you all a Happy New Year in advance. I hope 2023 becomes a better year for all of us to be able to practice democracy. I've said this, look, there has been a lot of changes. Today I can sit here and say these things and not worry about being arrested, right? I hope that continues, and that's what we want, right? That's what all of you fight for. And today we're enjoying that, and we want that to continue. So I hope 2022 becomes even better for Gambia, for all of you Gambians, and most importantly to our followers who have been following us all these years and supporting the network. We thank you very much, and we wish you all a Happy New Year in advance. Thank you. I'm on a break on my show, so I will be on a 1-month break. My season is closed unless and until I have a special interview. Unless somebody wants to sit down with me, right? I'll be back. But if not, I'm going to be on a 1-month break for 1 month, and the season will be back next year, end of January. Thank you very much, and bye-bye to you all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Let me do a song. Put you on live. Go live. Let me get it. Yes, yeah.